Good evening, everyone. Welcome from Somerset West. My name is Irene de Preer. I am a bronze presidential in Manatech from the Eastern Cape, Somerset East, but tonight I'm speaking to you all the way from Somerset West, and I am honored to be your MC for tonight. And a special word of welcome to all the new people on the call. I hope you enjoy this evening with us and sit back and take lots of notes, because we've got a line-up of amazing presidentials sharing why they joined this company. And if presidential sounds like weird to you, let me tell you, if you listen to the end of this call, it will make sense to you. This is just a leadership rank and an income rank that will blow your mind. I joined this company 2009, more than 15 years ago, and I'm forever grateful that I listened to my sister, Silver Presidential, Helena Wilken, that shared this opportunity with me, because she's really changed my life in so many ways. Thank you for this opportunity, Leonie, to share tonight on the call. I'm really looking forward to hear from our speakers tonight. And I'll call on 4 people to share, presidentials from South Africa, and then I will just inform you a little bit about what the Glycan technology is all about, and then we will have a presentation of how you can get part of this business, to share the stories with others, to also start making an income, because I'm sure that's why you're on the call, to hear what the business opportunity is all about. So I would like to call on the first speaker tonight, a presidential director from Pretoria, Leonie Hutton, to share why she decided to use this vehicle as an opportunity to change her life. Over to you, Leonie.
Thank you so much, Irene, for the warm welcome. And I first want to thank Leonie for this, Van der Linde, 2-star platinum presidential, for this awesome platform to share our stories. And I want to start off by thanking the people that found me 5 years ago, Heike Berg and Geraldine Berg from Johannesburg, and they are bronze presidentials in this Manatech opportunity. Now, 5 years ago, I was in a very, very desperate place. I was a housewife all my life, and the kids fired me in 2018. So I actually had no purpose. I lost my purpose, and this came my way on exactly the right time in my life. So our 2 kids, after a housewife for so many years, caused Johan to work harder to provide for the family. And once the kids were off my hands, I had no purpose and I had no income. So I was desperate for an income. And when I found this opportunity, I saw the vehicle that could take me to a little bit of extra spending money for myself. But I didn't imagine in my wildest dreams what the possibilities are with this company. So while Johan was slaving away, he's a banker, and I was the housewife. So within 5 months, since we started this opportunity, or I started, he supported me, and he saw the money that was coming in. He's got a bit of FOMO, and he came to me one day and said, listen, can I join you in this? Because I was always looking for a second stream of income for our retirement. And we started this as a couple, and in the months of COVID, I'll never forget it, in July, we reached the presidential level, which Irene said you will learn about later on. And I couldn't believe what income I made for myself within 15 months. It totally changed our whole, and Johan had a very stressful job. There was a certain time, I think a period of 3 years, where he needed to reply for his own job 12 times. We always joked to him and said, listen, I think you are restructure fit now, because every time he could keep his job. But seeing that we're doing it as a couple, about 3 months ago, Johan actually was retrenched from work. He only had 4 years left. So, there's nothing wrong with corporate. But in the state of our country lately, no job is secured. And if it wasn't for this income that I built up in the last 5 years, I am sure we had to live with some family. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. It's changed our whole life. Johan can spend more time with me now on this opportunity. And we are very much looking forward to our retirement. This opportunity sorted our yearly holidays. We just came from a Mauritius incentive that was fully paid with Manatech, which was a lifesaver in our current state. So this is something, maybe it comes to your way once or twice and you say no, but this Manatech company won't let you go. It will find you at the right place at the right time in your life. So this is maybe the time that you need to say yes. So listen to what all the speakers are going to say, and then please join our Manatech family. There are so many people that need our help. And to get a second stream of income and to sort their health. Thank you very much, Irene, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Leonie. It's always nice to hear from you why they started this opportunity is different, and it's so great to hear from everyone. For all the people that are already leaders in this business and are already on the Lead Team app, you will hear about that if you start listening to the presentation and you want to join this company. We've got wonderful tools and a system in place. But the Lead Team app, the QR code for tonight is 8165. So for all the existing associates, 8165. And then it's my privilege to introduce another fantastic presidential. He's been in the business for quite some time and really has changed so many people's lives. Also from the Eastern Cape, over to Hagen Creek. Looking forward to listen to you, Hagen.
Good evening, friends from all over the world. This is Hagen, and I am here in Somerset West because tomorrow and the next day we have our success seminar coming up, which I'm very happy about and excited about. I started this kind of industry some time ago. I've been with Manatech now 18 years, 18 and a half years to be exact. And the reason I started is I was retrenched. I had no income anymore. And somebody shared this opportunity with me. And they just showed me one picture. And my wife said, wow, we have to go and look and see what's going on there. So we went to Cape Town and we actually saw this amazing product and the compensation plan. So a bit background, I used to be an engineer. And one of the things that struck me after being in a corporate job is that I'm actually not making a difference. I'm actually just existing and trying to get enough income going and having some time with my family. And all of a sudden I realized I wanted to make a significant difference in life. Napoleon Hill calls it I was a drifter, and I wanted to come into a leader, somebody that does something for other people. And we were so happy that this amazing product came our way. The biggest thing for me is when I look at Robert Kiyosaki, I read his book, Cash Flow Quadrant, and he said to me, on the left-hand side, you work for money, and on the right-hand side, you work for freedom. And that immediately made sense to me. I'm not somebody that wants to take huge risks because I don't like having debt. So, when I see people, buying a franchise and, it's really hard work. And I wasn't prepared to do that. I wanted something that doesn't cost me a lot of money because I didn't have a lot of money. But the biggest thing for me is because I'm an engineer, I knew nothing about business. So one of the key factors that I realized is that I've got a mentor, somebody that I can hold on to, somebody that can teach me the way, because what I knew about business was dangerous and I needed some guidance. I needed to listen to people that know more about business. And I was so happy to find this Manatech family. I've got amazing leaders, Francois and Maber and Louis and Leonie, that took me by the hand and they guided me all along. And that is really where the success came in, because I was ill-prepared at the beginning to run a business. But with the books and the CDs and associations and all the information that I gained, I realized, man, this is something I can do. You know, there's a lot of things I can't do. I can't be a heavyweight boxer because I don't have enough weight. But this I can do for the simple reason that all I had to do is to learn to lead and help other people get to know these products and get to know this opportunity. So, and I love this. People tell me all the time, Hagen, are you still doing this thing? And I'm like, what thing is that? Of course, my mom is using Amarettos, and I still love my life, and I still live my purpose, my dream. We just bought a farm 3 years ago, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me, to be able to have a land around me where I can look after the family and grow my own crops. And that wouldn't have been possible. I can promise you it wouldn't have been possible if I stayed in the environment that I used to have, because there's no ways that I would have made the money and had the time. This is the most important thing. Had the time to actually buy a farm and work from the farm. And it is wonderful to be able to do this. Still driving around, but most of the stuff is now really done with what we have now available. So I just want to say this is the best opportunity in my entire life. I've really loved and I love doing what I'm doing. And Amarettos is the way to go. And this business opportunity and the leadership that we have is really something that you cannot be without, because it is just phenomenal, the kind of help that you get throughout your journey and my journey. Okay, thank you so much. And handing it back to our awesome MC. Thanks, Irene.
Thank you, Morgan. Yeah, I think also all the new people, you will hear certain words over and over: help and system and freedom and excitement. So I'm excited about this whole opportunity and about the call tonight. And the next person I want to introduce is a bronze presidential, which is another step from presidential to bronze presidential that you hear all about just now. And it's a leadership position and also a nice income position. And I'm going to introduce someone from the Northern Cape, I think, Trudy Marie Koortsen. All over to you, Trudy Marie. You're looking forward to what you're going to share with us.
Thank you very much, Irene. Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity, Leonie. And I also just want to say thank you to my mentors and friends. Hilda Wiese, she enrolled me in this business. She was my hairdresser and a very good friend. And also our mentor and coach, Sylvan Prinsloo, thank you so much for everything that you invest in us every month. Just why are we doing this business, you guys? I always was a businesswoman, someone interested in building businesses and doing business, and had a clothing factory for a few years. Really know what it is to work long hours, very hard, trying to get production out of a lot of seamstresses and all the things that's going with that, careers that's late and all of that. And then we also were in property development for a few years with all the busyness and headaches and being on the left-hand side of the quadrant, if you haven't read Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrants. So when I saw this business, what I really saw was, so we make good money out of the other businesses. But when I saw this network marketing concept, what really stood out from the start for me was the whole concept of building a solid pipeline, building this team of associates once and getting paid over and over and over again for doing work once. So this was just so incredible to me, to work smart and not only work hard. This is also hard work, and it's going to stretch you a bit out of your comfort zone. You will have to grow for things to change. You will have to change. This morning when Marianne and myself spoke, we had a council session and we just shared with each other how much we both grew these last 8 years. I'm in the business 8 years already, and I'm a totally different person through the books that I've read, the things that I listened to, and the people that I associated with. So for me, the big thing is time freedom. It's a wonderful income. There's also other ways to make wonderful incomes, but as a mom, I think we always feel a bit guilty. If we work, we feel guilty that we don't spend enough time with our kids. And if we only are a full-time mom, we feel guilty that we don't contribute to the financial side of the household. So this is just such a wonderful vehicle where we have the freedom to, my kids love sport, just to really be at every match, always be present. But in the mornings while they're at school, do my business, do my phone calls, do my reading, build my business, build my team. So yeah, I just want to encourage you guys. This is such a wonderful opportunity for time freedom, for retirement, to catch up. If you don't have a good retirement plan, there's still time. In the next 2 to 5 years, you can build yourself a wonderful retirement through this network marketing system. And as Hagen said, you will have the upline, the friends, the team who will take your hand and help you build this. You don't have to reinvent anything. Everything is already done for us. We can just go and copycat and be successful in this business. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trudy Marie. Now you see, we are people from different areas in South Africa, all over the world actually, in different jobs, different ages. So we hear from everybody, and everybody started this for a different reason, but most of us want to make a change in our lives financially. And this is what this meeting is tonight all about, is why people started this as an extra income. Tonight we don't really focus on all the products and the story so much, but we would like to, to share on another occasion for you to also plug in and listen to all the stories of all around the world. But the next person I want to introduce to you is another bronze presidential lady, amazing lady that's changed so many people's lives, and I love listening to Corinne. Corinne Beyers, from all the way from KwaZulu-Natal.
Hello, Irene. Thank you so much for that introduction. It was so interesting to listen to all the presidentials before me on this call. It just makes me so grateful once again for Louis and Leonie van der Linde, our 2-star platinums, that actually had the guts to sit through this whole thing with me, because when you asked me why I wanted to do the business, well, let me tell you straight, I didn't. I had all the excuses in the world not to really do this business. I was too busy. The kids were too small. We are okay with the money. No, I haven't got time. All of those things that in the end actually became reasons why to invest your time and your money into this business, as well, and eventually seeing what you can actually become. I must say my journey was quite eventful with this Manatech business, because I was not a people's person, not at all. It was just me, myself, and I, and my family, and everyone that I didn't know. You know, I couldn't care less. I was living totally in my own world, and I was happy how things were going. But that was actually my comfort zone box, let me tell you, because now I can tell you. Because when Matthijs got home one day and he told me he heard this thing, and it is a passive income stream. I've got no cooking clue what that was, but he heard that word. And I must really say, I think it is because he's really decided that he's going to do this business. And for months, I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. Until one day when he told me, I'm going to do it with or without you. And I was put in a position where I had to make a choice. But let me tell you, when you make the choice, things just seems to flow. So don't resist this business, because it's going to change your whole life. I remember at one time I had to tell the negative committee that meets inside my head so often to just sit down and keep quiet so that I can really see what this can do for me. And I remember my very first opportunity meeting, and that is where I met Louis and Leonie for the first time. And I actually saw the people. I didn't saw the business for months. I didn't want anything to do with the circles. So, that's my husband's thing, but I was there to support him. And so my biggest challenge became to actually show up when my mind was still making all of these excuses why I can't do it. But let me tell you, it was fear. So this business has taught me so much about myself. And getting over the fear is just to start doing what you're supposed to be doing and just forget that you are fearful. Do it in fear anyway. So all I can tell you is this business took off like a rocket. When you make a decision to do the business, that happened for me. And all my excuses became my reasons. And then we started using products in 2006, but really 2015, November, when Dr. Nugent was here at the Super Regional, a success summit, he just blown my mind away. And I was really seeing for the first time what this business can do, financially as well as with health. So don't expect to see a change in your life if you're not willing to make one. So you've heard about, like all the previous speakers says, there's a system. So don't be afraid. There's a system, and you've got a beautiful upline and sidelines and downlines and all of this support systems to help you if you are willing to plug into the 3-point plan system. Well, now I can say I'm retired. 2017, me and Matthijs went financially free, and I've been living the dream of one of my dreams in my life is to have my husband by me 24/7, and we are really doing what we want, when we want, how long we want, who we want to do it with, and we are happy, and we're helping people. And we so much enjoy our life. So thank you for everyone that has been a blessing in this life. For us, for our Manatech business, the rest of the presidential team, it's wonderful for all your help. And let us sew this Manatech blanket over the rest of the world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Irene.
Thank you, Corinne. Yeah, the help is everything. You're a great leader, and I know you're helping a lot of people with their health and their finances. Now, to the new people on the call, I'm sure you now have seen how it's transformed different people's lives, and you will be asked, now, what is in this, and what can I do this, and how can I be part of this? Well, let me tell you, I also had excuses when I was introduced to this company. I said, no, I don't want to sell anything to anybody. And then I only realized that if I start looking at my own health and I share the stories, I can make a huge difference in whatever other people wish for. The more people I help to get what they want, the more I get what I want. And I wanted the extra income. I also wanted my health. But now the Glycan company is a company that, every successful company needs a good product and a good service, and that is what we got. The Glycans, we're a science company. And the science shows that what are Glycans was what I want to explain tonight to the new people. That was totally new to me because I didn't mingle with scientists, or I didn't know, never heard of the word Glycans or Manatech ever. So on every of our billions of cells in our body, there's a protein coating, and on the outside of this protein coating, little tentacle, little tree-like strands, and on these are the glycans. That is scientifically proven that these glycans is a communication system in our body. Our body's actually a miracle. How does the body know which food components to absorb into the blood and which to ignore? on which cells to attack and destroy or which to protect. The communication's got to be there. Every day the body fights toxins and foreign objects and foreign things to keep us healthy. It happens whether we're aware of it or not. You know, the cells talk to each other, but that must come through the things we eat, our food. But no, we don't live in pristine times anymore. We live in a toxic world because money is so important. If we lived 100 years ago, we would have gotten all our glycans through nature, from plants, saps, gums, mushrooms, unbleached rice. But unfortunately, everything is treated today. The modern harvesting of fruit and vegetables robs the food from, the fruit and vegetables needs to ripen in the sun for the glycans and the minerals and vitamins to form that we need for optimal communication. Now, everything is big green, and most of our things are getting pesticides on it, fertilizers in the ground, genetically modified. We cook our foods to death. So modern foods are very convenient. It's tasty. It's unhealthy. But that's the way the life is. Life is fast. So that is where glycans come in, the science behind the Manatech products. There are over 200 sugars in nature, but the science has been proven that we need 8 of these glycans. It's essential for the communication between our cells, for the organs to be healthy, for the organs to be healthy, for the whole body to be healthy. So that is where Manatech comes in with the Ambritose. You've heard the Ambritose word now mentioned this evening. This is our flagship product with the glycans to feed our cells so the organs can do and the body can work the way it was supposed to be. So we pioneered the science of glycobiology and glyconutrients. And it's been saying that there's a saying that this was the best discovery of the last 100 years. In actual fact, that the Nobel Prize for Chemistry was awarded to a scientist in 2022 for further research on glycans. And we've got the patent rights. Isn't that amazing? So we've got different systems of the body, the immune system, the digestive system, the cognitive system, cardiovascular system, brain health, and we've got different products to help with this. But now we also must realize this is a plant-based supplement. These are not drugs, so we may not make any claims that we treat or cure or mitigate or diagnose any illness or any symptom. The body does that when you feed it the right nutrition. So I would love you to speak to the person that invited you tonight to listen to this. This is just a little introduction to the whole technology and whole field of glycobiology that we can share with you. Whether you've got an illness or not yet, sick or healthy, we all need Ambritose. We all need to stay healthy. So let's focus on the different systems, the different products. We've got a integrative health, targeted health, skin range, a wonderful new skin range is going to be launched this weekend, brain health, weight and fitness, children's health. So whatever your issues are or your wishes are to look after yourself, the answer is Manatech with a patented glycan technology. So let's build this wellness industry and eradicate, like Trudy Marie said, throw a blanket of glycans across the world, because there's a saying that he who has health has got hope, and he who's got hope has got everything. So now I'm going to introduce my wonderful sister and my upline, Silver Presidential Helena Wilken from Oudtshoorn, who is with next to me here. We're already in Cape Town for this wonderful weekend to share a little bit how you can get part of this. If you want to make an income like the Presidential shared with earlier, or just get your products paid for. this is possible for everybody. So let me introduce you to Silver Presidential, Helena Wilken, and forever grateful that I listened to her and joined this amazing opportunity. Over to you. Good evening, everybody. Wow, it's been so exciting listening to all the speakers that spoke before me. And it just highlighted to me again how different all the backgrounds, as Irene said, the ages, the everything, you know, about people. So it does not matter where you are from, how old you are, what your background is. This opportunity could be for you. And thank you, Irene, for the nice introduction. It's awesome always doing this business with you. It's just a pleasure traveling the world. And as we were joking today, we met some people and we said to them, we do pleasure, business at leisure, because wherever we go, we can chat to people and we can try and see if we can add value to their lives. So you've heard quite a bit from the other speakers. But I'd like to also tell you a little bit about how I got introduced to Manatech 16 years ago. I was called by one of my university friends who said that she would like to come and speak to me and offer me a business opportunity. I immediately said, no, thank you. I don't have time. I'm not interested because my husband and I, we live on an ostrich farm in Oudtshoorn. In the Klein Karoo, and we were farming flat out. We were really working very hard, and we knew that we had to diversify and try new things as well, because as Neil always said, the ostrich industry is up and down, and you know, anything can happen. But we tried to diversify by going into restauranteering. We tried to do a plant nursery, but none of that was really enough to bring freedom and bring time freedom for us. So when my friend came to speak to me, I first thought, no, I don't have time. I mean, like Corinne said, I also had excuses now. But luckily, my friend knew me well, and she mentioned a few things. She said, come on, we're going to travel the world, meet nice people, while building up a passive residual income. And so I said to her, well, that sounds like fun. I'll be interested in that. And anyway, so I listened to her. I said to her, well, don't put any pressure on me. But I slowly started attending some of the events, listening to some of the stories. And only 6 months later, when my sister eventually agreed to do this business with me, we started learning about how to present to people and how to chat to people. And anybody can do this. Sorry, guys, I'm on a laptop that I don't know, and I'm just trying to find the slides here so that I can show you on the slides. Let me just quickly see if I can find the slides that I want to share with you. Just a minute. Okay. So I want to share with you what some of the speakers already mentioned something. And it's not about, I want to just emphasize that it's not about the speakers. None of us are professional speakers or experts in what we do, but we just share from the heart. So tonight, this presentation is for everyone that's new, to make you think, what could this opportunity mean for you? It's not about us, it's about you. And how could you transform your life? So maybe you're on this call and you really have a health challenge, and maybe you've heard about the Glycan technology that Irene spoke about. Please ask the person that invited you to listen to this to get more info, because there's a magnitude of information that you can go and review. But this presentation specifically focuses more on the business side, as Irene said. So what would be value for you? Every person has different needs, different dreams. Maybe you want to spend more time with your loved ones. Maybe you like your job, but your job is not providing enough income so that you can go on a nice holiday and take a proper break. Maybe you would like to spend more family quality time with your family, like Trude Marie mentioned. I can just echo what she said. Having your own business, it's really very hard on yourself, and you never have a break. So what would your day look like if time and money was not an issue? That's the question we want you to ask yourself tonight. And then I want to touch on, someone mentioned already the cash flow quadrant. Well, this is a guy called Robert Kiyosaki who wrote the books Cash Flow Quadrant and also the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He said if you take the income earning population of the world and you divide them into different quadrants, you classify them into different quadrants by the way that they earn their income, then there's basically 4 quadrants. There's an employee who's working for a boss, so that they're selling 1 unit of time and earning 1 unit of money, whether it's dollars or rands or whatever, but they're earning according to the time that they are working. And then there's people who are in the S quadrant, who's the self-employed, who sort of own their job. Maybe you're a doctor or someone like Trude Marie who had her own business, or like Neil and myself who had our own farming business. And all the responsibility is on you, all the capital input is on you. Neil always used to joke and say that this S is actually for stress if you have your own business. But it's amazing that 90% of people in the world are either in the E quadrant or the S quadrant. And very little people actually know about the B quadrant, which is the business owner, or I can stress the word system. And don't get it right when we talk about the system. It's actually just a support system. It's a system which allows you to leverage of your own efforts and other people's efforts that you introduce. And whether you maybe get ill or something happens, or maybe you go on holiday, that the business will keep on running, and that you are not, if you're not there, things can still go on. There's a system in place that can still go on, and you will still receive your commissions. And that is what enables people to build up a passive residual income so that you can do the things that you like, so that you can, like Neil and I traveled now for a month in Europe, and it was in Croatia and it was in Spain. And in Spain, we could speak to people about Manatech because we are opening 45 countries, and we can introduce people while we're traveling and have quality time together. And then, of course, we have the investor quadrant, which is really when you're not only selling time for money, but where you are investing your money and where your money works for you. Where you invest in different things, and you leverage off your money. So the sad thing is that 90% of the world's population are in the E and the S quadrant, and only 10% actually are in the B and the I quadrant. But 90% of the world's wealth is in the B and the I quadrant. So that's just to make you think a little bit. So what we do with the Manatech model, we help people who are in the E and the S quadrant. We don't tell people to leave their jobs. We tell them to do this part-time and to migrate over into the B quadrant as you see your income level go up as you are doing the business and growing your business. So what's also very interesting is that, I'm sure all of you know that there's so many mega trends in the world, but 3 of them are health and wellness, direct selling, and social entrepreneurship. There's a lot of people who's realizing that the health systems all over the world are actually failing them. The medical fraternity they're actually in the sickness industry and not in the wellness industry. We focus on wellness, and the wellness industry is a $1 trillion industry because of the whole baby boomers who really, and not only the baby boomers, I think the young people today are really very aware of how they should look after their bodies and rather take precaution and stay healthy instead of becoming one of the statistics of the medical fraternity. Then direct selling, I prefer not calling it direct selling. I prefer just calling it referral marketing. And in all kinds of businesses nowadays, we get urged to help refer people, because if you refer people, you get a kickback or something. Well, this is basically the model that Manatic is also built on, that the more people we refer to buying the products for themselves online, the more direct commissions we can make, and the more people we help to also become part of the referral system, which we call being associates. So we will grow our group of people who are referring people, and of course the turnover of the company will grow, so you can start earning more commissions. So that is a huge growing sales force all over the world. 90 plus, the whole direct selling industry all over the world has been growing rapidly. And because of the internet and things that technology, that it's become easier, it is so much more than just what it used to be years and years ago, where it was like door-to-door sales or contacting people person to person. Now we can do it person to person. We can be speaking to someone in a different country on a Zoom call like this. So it's really exploded. It is the best time to be in a business like this. And more people are realizing that they can do this part-time and that they can change their lives by doing that as a part-time business. And then also what's really true to very close to the heart of the Manatic is the social entrepreneurship model, where if you buy a certain amount of product for yourself, you are actually indirectly helping a child in need. Children who suffer from malnutrition, we donate of our wonderful phytoblend powder, which is a mineral vitamin blend powder that can help those children who are suffering from malnutrition, and it changes their lives. I'll mention that just now again. Okay, so if we hop to the next slide, I just want to mention a few little facts. The company Manatic was founded in 1994. Our head office is based in Dallas, Texas. And so we are definitely not a fly-by-night company. We've had the privilege of being able to visit the head office in Texas and meet the CEO, meet some of the top guys involved. And it's really a legacy company. We are now operating not only in 32 countries, as the slide says, but in 45 countries already. Which is amazing. In the difficult financial times when some companies were closing down, we were actually expanding into more markets. And we are still expanding with more products as well. I'll get to that just now as well. Then we are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Our ticket code is MTAX. That is since 1999. Now that alone, if you mention this to somebody, if they are skeptical about Manatic, you cannot be a publicly traded company if you're a fly-by-night or if things are not all in the open and clear. So that already puts a real validation behind the name of Manatic and the company. So I mentioned the heart of Manatic, Mission 5 million. We really want to urge everyone, why buy your supplements from another company if you can get the best supplements from Manatic to support your own body, and you can, by doing that, support a child in need that will get some of the phytoblend powder to support themselves from malnutrition. So Irene already explained the glycan technology. I'm going to skip that. That's just a little illustration about that. But please, if you're new on the call, speak to the person, or I rather want to say it the other way around. If you invited someone onto this call, please follow up with them and give them more information if they want more information, because often people don't get back to you when you invited them, but we know we need to just follow up and give them more information. So How can you get started in improving your life? Well, there's different ways to do that. As I said, you can either just be a customer, that you can get a free online shop. You can order the products and it will be delivered at your door because you put in your address, you pay with your card, and you use the products and you will have optimal health. Then there's also the option of becoming an associate. You will pay a once-off 775 Rand. It's actually 650 Rand annually, plus your delivery fee of your starter pack of 125 Rand. So for 775 Rand, you can basically start an international online wellness shop where you don't have to stock all the products. Manatech is taking care of that. You can introduce, you just do referrals, and you actually get a referral link and a website with that. And don't worry if that sounds overwhelming, because the person who's invited you to look at this presentation will take you by the hand and will familiarize you with your website and with how to send the link to someone, so that when you send the link and they buy, you will be the one earning commissions. Then also you can earn 20% loyalty points if you become a loyal customer. So just to hop onto the next slide. So you have to think about becoming a product of the product if you want to introduce people to these wonderful products. It's the best to be using it yourself. As I said right in the beginning, I always joke and say, I didn't start for the products, but now I am passionate about the products, because I also always used to struggle with immune system issues. And after using, every year I used to have to go onto antibiotics time and time again for lung infections. And since I started using the products, just because I wanted to know what it's like before I introduce it to other people, I have in the last 16 years not had a challenge like that again. Not once have I gone on an antibiotic again for a lung infection or anything like that. So I'm so grateful just for that, for my health, because as Irene said, if you don't have your health, well, you don't have anything really. It doesn't matter then how much money you have. But so the suggestion is that step 2 is you go on an automatic monthly order. And then you will be able to tell your story of how your health has been improved, and it'll be easier for you to share it with people. So just to give you an idea, we talk about points because we're in 45 countries. Every product has got a point system awarded to it, which is the same for all the countries. So in the US, 1 point is more or less $1, and in South Africa, 1 point is more or less 15 Rand. So if I talk about points, then you know how to think about that. So for every person that you refer, if they buy their products, you will get a first order bonus of 20%. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the details of this. The basic of it is, doesn't matter whether you introduce a customer who's just buying the products, or whether you introduce an associate who's joining also to do the referrals and buying products, you will get 20% because you are referring them to the products. Then the next step would be for you to start sharing. If you start just asking questions and sharing your story and bringing hope, that message of hope can really change people's lives, because there might be people praying for better health. There might be people praying for an extra 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 Rand a month. You never know. But once you have 2 customers, this is just an example. So there's no limit what people must buy for. There's no have tos really in Manatech. So if you have 2 customers that's ordering, let's say 2 customers can be ordering for 250 points each, and you'll have 500 PPV. This is you and you have your customers. But this example, we've used 5 customers and made the example of that all purchasing products for 100 points. Now that will bring in residual income for you on top of your first order bonus for about R1,000 a month every month. So that's already a good start for you to get free wellness for life, because you can pay your products from what you earn from your customer unit. So now, also when you speak to people, you're not going to only find people who want to be product users. You're going to find some people that say, no, we would like to earn an extra income. And you help them to create their own account number and introduce their customers, because they know different people again. And once you help two people have also a customer turnover unit of 500 points, you will be earning an extra team bonus of R1,000. Now you are already on R2,000 a month. And that can be duplicated as you help more people. If you help 4 people, it will be R1,500 extra. So that will be already R3,500. And as you can see how it adds up. If you introduce 10 associates and help them just to have a turnover of 500 ppv in their personal customer unit, you can already earn R9,500. Now, I want to tell you, everybody on this call you saw tonight were from different backgrounds, some just housewives, some were in the corporate world, some like myself and Trudy Marie, we were entrepreneurs, but it's all the same. All of us, doesn't matter where you come from, can start sharing the knowledge about the products, sharing the stories, and start introducing people and build a team of people who's ordering the products monthly. And what's amazing about Manatech is, and different from other companies, is that it's a consumable product that people fall in love with. So when they use the product and the product run out, they want to buy it the next month. I've got some customers that's been purchasing the product for, I've been using it for 16 years. I think some of them have been ordering for 14 years. They love it. I don't have to ask them every month, do you want to order? I've taught them how to manage their own account, their customers, they just order the product and they're happy with it. So anybody can do that. And by doing that, you can create a whole team. Irene mentioned that if you stay on the call, you will understand later what the income levels are. And here you can see that someone who's a presidential director can earn anything between 30,000 and 50,000 a month. I'm sure that is the type of income that can make quite a difference to most people. But even just 3 to 10,000 Rand, I think will make a big difference already in most people's lives. So I want to say to you, like Corinne said, don't be scared. This is a part-time opportunity. There's zero risk. There's unlimited income potential. It's global. There's incentive holidays that you've heard Leonie mention. It's a turnkey business where there's teamwork and people will be there to support you and help you. And you can make your dream life come true. I want to end off by saying thank you to the people who introduced me, JP Costa and his mother. But JP Costa, Platinum Presidential, thank you for introducing me to this amazing opportunity and taking myself and Neil, my husband, by the hand and helping us to build a team. And also to Leonie van der Linde, who's an amazing leader in this. And I want to ask the new people on this call, if not this, what else are you going to do to build the extra security into your life, to have time freedom, to be able to spend more time with your family, to be able to make your dreams come true? I want to say to you, this is the best opportunity that I have come across, and I want to invite you, please speak to the person who invited you to look at this. Get more information, join us, it's the best time ever. We are launching a new skin range, Luminovation, which is taking the world by storm, and you can be part of it, and you can travel the world with us. So I want to give back to the MC, and I want to say thank you for joining and hope you enjoyed the presentation. Are you excited? I hope so. Awesome, Elena. Thank you so much for a brilliant presentation. And it is actually duplicatable, doable. So the more people we share stories with, the more people we can help with their health and with their finances. I'm forever grateful that I saw this for the first time at a Success Summit 15 years ago, and it changed my life physically, financially, mentally, spiritually, and I hope we can do the same for all of you. So have a wonderful weekend, and let's see you again on the call in 2 weeks' time for the Coffee and Stories one, and the next following month, in a month's time for another SA presentation. Invite more people so we can help more people to better health and better finances. Good night. Bye.